Welcome everyone to another Goblins versus Gnomes card reveal and review. Okay, so Blizzard has upped the timetables of when they're giving us cards because I just did one of these videos the other day. And now I have 4 cards to review. So I'm actually kind of excited about that. I got a chance to take a look at these cards. They're all kind of interesting. I really think they're quite amazing in certain ways. Alright, so let's just jump right into it. We're going to take a look at the card. Show what its main usages are going to be. You know, is it going to be a constructed, or is it going to be like more of an arena thing, or is it just kind of a suck-ass card? Alright. So we're going to start off with the Shaman Ancestors Call. Now, I like this card. I like this card a lot. Unfortunately, the card is absolutely garbage. It's basically the spell version of Alarmabot with a downside. So that downside is, yeah, sure, you're getting a minion that could be like way bigger, but so is your opponent. Now the other thing here is, much like Alarmabot, it's going to be a little difficult to determine which card's going out there unless you only have one other card in your hand, and there you go. The only way of using this to where your opponent doesn't get an advantage is if you use it and they have absolutely no cards in hand. So then they get no benefit, but you do. So it's a little gimmicky. It's a little tricky. I don't see this ever really being all that popular in a constructed deck. Somebody may come up with kind of, a gimmick joke deck, and it might work here and there, but for all intents and purposes, no. Arena, maybe. I could kind of see this, but at the same time, that drawback is really going to bite you in the ass. Alright, so, moving on to the next card, the Anodized Robo-Teddy. This guy is so adorable. He really is. Alright, so, let's take a look at the stats here. It's a 2-2 for 2. It's a taunter. But, here's where it gets really fun. Choose one. Yes, because this is a druid. It's either a 3-2 with taunt, or a 2-3 for taunt. So to break this down, it's either Bloodfed Raptor with taunt, or it's a River Croclus with taunt. Yeah, see, hunters would love to have this, but oh well. So yeah, that's actually kind of cool. The fact that it's a 2-mana minion for Druid, which is something they've been really needing. They've needed something in that early game slot for minions. That was going to be effective, and this really does help. So this is going to give them a lot of like anti-aggro stop power in that early game. Because yeah, while druids have like swipes and heals and buttload of taunts, the reality is that they can still die by turn 5-6 very easily by a heavy aggro deck. This kind of gives them a little bit more breathing room. Not much, but a little bit more breathing room. So I like it. That, and he's cute as a head. He's so cute. Alright, that's just getting creepy. So, the third card is the Fell Cannon. Alright, I was waiting for some, like, demon tech to kind of come into this, and with, Goblins versus Gnomes and mechs, I was expecting Fell Reavers and a bunch of shit. So, we got the Fell Cannon here. Artistically, it's just a brilliantly awesome looking card. I love that. Now, so let's actually review the stats and see if it's worthy of this awesome image. 4 mana. Okay. It's a 3/5. Okay, it's a mech. Alright, I'm liking this so far. So let's read the text. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to a non-mech unit. Or non-mech minion. Okay, so my love of this card is dropping quite dramatically. So this is actually, in many ways, a better and worse Demolisher. It's better in the fact that you're getting this at the end of turn, where Demolisher is at the beginning of your turn, so you don't even get its effect till the beginning of it. It's got a 3/5 body, which means it's got some potential, but because it's a mech, you can't use, say, Demon Fire on it, but there's things in this game that benefit from having mechs, so keep that in mind. Alright, so the other problem I have is we're seeing so many mech cards out there that the likelihood of you not running into an opponent who's not running in mechs is extremely low. Alright, so mechs are going to play a huge factor in this game. In Constructed, I can kind of see this maybe as a one-off, kind of lull teching, maybe. But I see it has a much greater value in, say, Arena, where the likelihood of your opponent getting a whole bunch of mechs is really reduced. So this guy, almost 100% guaranteed, is going to be a great arena pick for Warlocks. However, I'd still choose a Chillwind Yeti over this hands down. Alrighty then, so moving on to the last and final card. Screwjank Clunker. So, 4 mana. They seem to like 4. Alright, it's a 2/5. That's a little uninspiring considering this is a warrior card, but you know, it's not the first time we've seen like 2/5 stats. Alright, Battlecry. Give a friendly mech +2/+2. Now that's kind of cool. That really is. You can't put it on this one, unfortunately, even though it is a mech. So I like this. It kind of makes me think that maybe Blizzard is kind of gearing stuff towards more of a mid-range mech deck for the Warriors, and that's something that could be really cool. I could actually see that. With some of the mechs that we've already seen out there, if you're just playing on curve, you're going to basically play this guy on turn 4, alright? And the mech that you played turn 3, if it persisted, is now going to be like a 4 damage minion or a 5 damage minion. That's going to be quite significant because you're literally smacking him in the face that turn with it. So that's cool. I like that. So this guy is more of a support role, which, you know, Warrior already has a lot of support features that help it out a lot. So, but we have yet to see any kind of mech interaction that gave pluses to said mechs. So now we're actually starting to get more of a tribe-esque feeling to it with synergies. But still, it's just this one card so far. So don't hold your breath, ladies and gentlemen. Mechs may not be the new Murlocs. Please, may they not be. Alright, so... But I definitely see some great synergy possible in Warrior and a mech combination with it. But I don't know if that's going to be the strongest possible deck for Warrior at this time. It's really hard to tell. But it is kind of interesting. I do like it. Alright. So, that's the 4 cards. I actually think that this release batch here was probably one of the best. We saw a lot of cards that were very unique, very fun, and very few that were just pure suckage. Alright? So, I definitely could see some playability with most of the cards that we saw in that review. I think that we're going to get even more cards coming here soon because if you haven't noticed, Blizzard normally starts giving out more information the closer they get to their projected release time. That way everybody's prepared. They know what they're looking for and they get more hyped and they're more likely to spend money. Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is a business. So we might actually be seeing something closer to mid-December release of GVG, or if not sooner. It all depends. If we start getting like another 4 batch here in like 2 days, then yeah, that's a very strong definite. Very strong definite. Because if you look at what they did with Naxxramas, they gave us like a bunch of cards up front, and we didn't know nothing for the longest time. And then right before release, they like literally it was like what, a week before release, they was like, oh, by the way, here's all the cards. Have fun. And we just went. Mind you, we didn't know when release exactly was till like the day before. That was kind of bad planning on their part, but whatever. So, yeah, I think GVG is going to change everything in Hearthstone, and that's a good thing. So anyway, this is Shiv saying, if you like these videos, please like, subscribe, tell somebody, Reddit it, have fun with it, alright? Leave me comments, do what you guys feel you need to do. Anyway, so I will talk to you guys later. I have to get back to World of QCraft.